The US military just took the war to the next level. And if you thought modern weapons were already terrifying, just wait until you see what's been upgraded. We're talking about missiles so fast they can't be stopped, lasers that melt enemy drones mid-air, and AI-powered weapons that make their own decisions. And here's the real kicker. One of these upgrades has military experts worried. Today we're breaking down 8 of the most powerful new military weapons, and by the time we hit number 1, you'll be questioning if war is even winnable anymore. Which one do you think is the most insane? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but let's be honest, they're all a little terrifying. Let's start with a weapon so powerful, it doesn't even need bullets, because it burns targets out of the sky. Weapon number 8, HELWS. Forget missiles, forget bullets. The US military now has a weapon that fires at the speed of light and melts enemy drones in midair. This is the HELWS, High Energy Laser Weapon System, a defense system that shoots a concentrated laser beam so powerful it can burn through enemy aircraft and missiles almost instantly. Unlike traditional weapons, HELWS doesn't need ammunition. As long as it has power, it can fire continuously. No reloads, no waiting, just a silent, invisible beam that vaporizes targets. The Air Force has already tested it on drones, and let's just say, drones don't stand a chance. But there's a catch. It needs a massive power supply right now, and bad weather can weaken the beam. Still, does this even exist? Wild. But if you think a laser weapon is next level, wait until you see number 7, a drone that can think for itself.
Launch, launch, launch.
Weapon number 7, XQ-58 Valkyrie. Imagine a drone that doesn't need a pilot, a drone that thinks for itself, a drone that can hunt, track, and eliminate targets all on its own. Sounds like a sci-fi nightmare, right? Well, it's already here. This is the XQ-58 Valkyrie, an AI-powered stealth drone designed to fly alongside fighter jets and make its own attack decisions. Unlike traditional drones, which are controlled by human pilots, the XQ-58 uses artificial intelligence to analyze the battlefield, decide on its tactics, and even engage enemies without waiting for human orders. That's right, it doesn't just assist pilots, it thinks for itself. The US Air Force has already tested these drones in real-world scenarios, pairing them with F-35 and F-22 fighter jets. Their mission? To act as an autonomous wingman, detecting threats, jamming enemy radars, and even launching its missiles. Here's why this is terrifying. It's the first step toward fully autonomous warfare. No human hesitation, no emotion, just pure, cold efficiency. And the military loves it because it means fewer pilots in danger and faster response times in combat. The problem? AI warfare is unpredictable. What happens if an AI drone malfunctions? Or worse, what if it decides on its own that the wrong target is a threat? Even some military officials are uneasy about how much power we're giving machines. And if history has taught us anything, it's that things tend to go very wrong when AI makes its own decisions. The XQ-58 Valkyrie proves that AI is now a real player in warfare. But if you think a thinking drone is scary, wait until you see number 6, the stealth bomber that can strike anywhere, anytime, and you'll never even know it was there. Weapon number 6, B-21 Raider. What if I told you there's a bomber so stealthy it could fly over your house right now and you'd have no clue? No radar detection, no warning, just an invisible shadow in the sky until it's too late. This is the B-21 Raider, the most advanced stealth bomber in the world and possibly the scariest aircraft ever built. Unlike older bombers, the B-21 is designed to be completely undetectable to enemy radars, thanks to its next-generation stealth technology. It absorbs radar signals, making it nearly invisible to detection systems. And get this, it doesn't even need a crew. The B-21 can fly completely autonomously. Yes, a fully AI-controlled stealth bomber. The US military is already preparing to deploy the B-21 in real missions, at its biggest advantage. It can launch nuclear strikes from anywhere in the world, and no one will see it coming. It's built for deep penetration strikes, meaning it can fly into highly defended enemy territory without being detected, drop its payload, and escape before anyone realizes what happened. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a game changer. The US now has a bomber that can reach any target, anywhere on the planet, without warning. Even the most advanced enemy air defenses, completely useless. But there's a problem. The B-21 isn't cheap, costing over $700 million per plane. And with fully autonomous capability, we're once again entering the dangerous territory of AI-controlled warfare. If this thing malfunctions or gets hacked, we're talking about a rogue nuclear bomber. Let that sink in. The B-21 Raider is the ultimate stealth weapon, capable of striking anywhere, anytime. But what if I told you the US also has a weapon that fires at over 4,500 miles per hour, with no explosives, just pure kinetic destruction? Well, let's talk about the railgun. Weapon number 5. Electromagnetic railgun. What if I told you the US military has a weapon that doesn't need explosives, because it fires projectiles at over 4,500 miles per hour? No warhead, just pure, unstoppable destruction. This is the electromagnetic railgun, a weapon that uses insane amounts of energy to launch metal projectiles at speeds so fast they hit harder than missiles. Instead of using traditional gunpowder, the railgun fires its projectiles using electromagnetic force. This allows it to launch a metal slug at speeds of Mach 6, that's 6 times the speed of sound. And when something hits you at 4,500 miles per hour, it doesn't need explosives. The sheer force obliterates anything in its path. The US Navy has been testing the railgun on warships, and the results? Terrifying. This thing can pierce through enemy ships, destroy incoming missiles, and even take down aircraft. It's a sniper rifle for warships, only instead of bullets, it fires projectiles the size of a small car. The railgun has unlimited ammo potential, as it only needs metal slugs and electricity to fire. No gunpowder, no expensive missiles, just raw speed and kinetic energy. And unlike traditional weapons, this thing can't be stopped. Once it's fired, there's no dodging it. No countermeasures, no escape. But there's a problem. Right now, the railgun requires insane amounts of energy, so much that even the most advanced warships struggle to power it. The US has been working on ways to solve this, but for now, the railgun remains more of a theoretical superweapon than an everyday battlefield tool. The railgun proves that speed kills, but what if I told you the US has a missile that moves so fast, it's unstoppable? Say hello to the hypersonic missile. Weapon number 4. AGM-183 AARBO. Imagine a missile so fast that nothing on Earth can stop it. No missile defense system, no interception, no escape. Once it's launched, it's game over. This is the AGM-183 AARW, the US military's newest hypersonic missile that travels at speeds so extreme that even the world's best defenses are useless. The ARRW, short for Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon, can hit Mach 20. That's 20 times the speed of sound, or roughly 15,000 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, it could hit a target on the other side of the world in minutes. The US military has been racing to perfect hypersonic weapons, and the ARRW is a breakthrough. It's designed to be launched from fighter jets and bombers, reaching speeds so high that no anti-missile system on the planet can track or intercept it. If this thing is coming for you, there's no running, no hiding, no stopping it. Hypersonic weapons change everything. They render traditional missile defense systems obsolete, meaning nations can't rely on shields anymore, only deterrence. This missile could strike deep inside enemy territory before they even know what hit them. But here's the problem. Hypersonic missiles are ridiculously expensive and hard to control. At speeds this fast, even the slightest miscalculation could send the missile off course by miles. And of course, this raises a terrifying question. What happens when every country has them? If there's no defense against hypersonic missiles, does that mean the future of warfare is just who fires first? The ARRW proves that speed is the deadliest weapon of all. But if you think hypersonic missiles are scary, just wait until you hear about number 3, the submarine that can stay underwater forever. Weapon number 3, Columbia-class submarine. Imagine a submarine so advanced, it can stay underwater for decades without surfacing. No refueling, no supply stops, just an invisible, undetectable war machine lurking in the ocean depths. This is the Columbia-class submarine, the US Navy's next-generation nuclear-powered ballistic missile sub that can remain hidden in the ocean for as long as necessary. Unlike older submarines that need to surface for air or fuel, the Columbia class is powered by a nuclear reactor, giving it unlimited range. It only needs to surface for food, and even that can be stored for months at a time. That means this submarine can sit deep in the ocean, completely undetected, and just wait for the order to strike. Columbia-class submarines carry Trident II nuclear missiles, meaning they could wipe out entire cities from the ocean's depths. And because they're nearly impossible to track, they act as the ultimate doomsday deterrent. If an enemy ever attacked the US, these submarines would guarantee retaliation. This is what makes the Columbia class one of the most dangerous weapons on the planet. It ensures that no matter what happens on land, the US will always have a second strike nuclear capability lurking beneath the waves. But here's the problem. These subs cost over $9 billion each, making them some of the most expensive war machines ever built. Some military experts warn that as anti-submarine technology improves, even stealth subs like the Columbia class could one day be hunted down. The Columbia class is the ultimate deep-sea predator, ensuring that the US military always has a hidden nuclear threat. But if you think that's crazy, just wait until you hear about number 2, the exosuit that turns soldiers into real-life superhumans. Weapon number 2, Talos. What if I told you the US military is building real-life Iron Man suits? No, seriously. Superhuman strength, bullet resistance, enhanced speed. Welcome to the future of warfare. This is Talos, the Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit. It's an advanced military exoskeleton designed to turn soldiers into superhumans. Talos is built with powered exoskeleton technology that gives soldiers the ability to run faster, lift heavier, and carry more gear without fatigue. The suit's reinforced armor can withstand direct gunfire, and its built-in AI and HUD display provide real-time battlefield data, turning soldiers into walking combat machines. The US military has been testing exoskeletons for years, and Talos is their most advanced design yet. Imagine an entire squad of soldiers who don't get tired, can lift twice their body weight, and shrug off bullets. It's not just about protection, it's about making soldiers faster, stronger, and deadlier than ever before. If fully developed, exosuits could change ground combat forever. Wars wouldn't just be fought with guns and tanks, but with enhanced, nearly indestructible super soldiers. But here's the problem. The technology isn't perfect yet. Talos still faces power limitations, meaning the suits need constant recharging. And let's not forget the biggest question. What happens when other countries start building their own exoskeleton armies? Talos is the closest thing we have to real-life super soldiers. But if you think that's crazy, number 1 is even more shocking. Because the US has a weapon that can strike from orbit, like a meteor on command. Weapon number 1, Project Thor. What if I told you the US has a weapon that doesn't use explosives, because it doesn't need them? Instead, it drops metal rods from space, and when they hit, it's like a nuclear explosion without the radiation. This is Project Thor, also known as the rods from God. It's a concept that turns space itself into a battlefield. The idea? Drop massive tungsten rods from orbit. No warheads, no bombs, just pure kinetic energy. When they fall, they reach speeds of over Mach 10 to 7,600 plus miles per hour and hit with the force of a meteor strike. Unlike traditional missiles, there's no defense against this. No warning, no interception. If a rod is dropped from orbit, it's coming down whether you like it or not. And the scariest part, it can hit any target on Earth within minutes. No need for fighter jets, submarines, or launch sites, just instant destruction from space. The US has invested heavily in space-based weapons, and with Space Force now a reality, orbital strikes are closer than ever. A weapon like this could wipe out enemy bunkers, missile silos, and even entire cities with no nuclear fallout. But here's the problem. Launching massive tungsten rods into space is expensive. While the concept has been studied for decades, there's no public proof that it's been deployed yet. And if it ever does, it could change warfare forever. The rods from God might be the most devastating weapon ever imagined. But now that we've seen all 8 of these military upgrades, the real question is, which one terrifies you the most? Comment below, and if you want more mind-blowing military tech breakdowns, subscribe now.